The topics we discuss are many.
No story too bold to talk about.
Strictly our own opinions.
But they are opinions from people like you.
Welcome to the NAKE'd Podcast.
We're going to learn you about stonks today. It's your girl, NJ.
I don't have a one-liner for you, so here is an astronaut riding a unicorn in space. Hey, it's Keelan.
We might be a little puzzled today. It's me, Ethan.
What? GDM Tekka Allen.
His tinnitus.
My tinnitus.
Oh.
It's been so long since we made a tinnitus joke. Are you proud of us?
I'm so proud of you guys.
That's why I really want to take Alan shooting, but I know he'll hate it just because of that.
As long as I got some like pretty good ear muffs, I'll be good. I mean, I listen to like metal music on blast, so fine. You know what's not fine though in the industry? Google closed all its internal Stadia development departments and let go over 1,500 people.
Stadia was dead on arrival.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Is that
sorry.
the console?
Yeah, that was the controller, like the wireless gaming.
Yeah, like they just sell you a controller and then you just throw your phone on it and you're good.
And it breaks like that.
Oh no, this one's for the Xbox. This one's good.
I know,
I just didn't have
that
it
was
classed right.
That's what she said.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Stadia is because it hasn't failed yet. It is a cloud gaming platform where you can game anywhere on your phone as long as you have a stable internet connection. It was dead on arrival. I'm still not using it. It's a very small group of people that are using it, probably smaller than Mixer's user base when they closed.
I think it just spread a lot of things too thin. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the mobile gaming, like that's cool, but that's something that they should have provided the hardware and teamed up with like Steam or somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, Google just tries to do its own thing way too many times, way too fast, and they close off too many good projects. Like when they closed out Allo, they closed out their photo editing software. They've every project that they pick up that they either buy into or they build themselves, they close down within a year and a half, 3 years max. Like anything that lasts.
Right, I'm still waiting on the Google Glasses.
Oh, those are canceled
We don't care
completely.
about those.
Yeah.
The U.S. Army bought that.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they bought that and then they developed it into helmets. That's why they have heads-up display now.
I didn't even know they had heads-up display. That's fancy. No, I remember there being like reports of Google saying that they will never release Google Glasses for anyone, for consumers.
Shout out Google Plus.
Right? Google Plus. That's an honorable mention.
Are you in my circle?
Dude, I don't know. It's just like, how is Google as big as it is at this point? Like, just, I guess, because they have the servers, like...
They have YouTube, which they do advertising off of. They have their Google Search, which is their bread and butter with their secret algorithm and ads perfectly sprayed across the page with enough whiteness. They have Gmail, which they provide ads to. They have G Suites for professionals. They have Google Drive.
Yeah. Well, I think probably Crazy's being facetious because I thought the same thing. I'm like how many projects has Google failed? Like honestly,
there's a website for it. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. I don't remember what it's called though.
Googlefills.com.
If it doesn't exist, buy it right now.
it literally, as soon as you click on the pages, fail. And then a montage starts of all the programs.
It's called Killed by Google. It's a Google graveyard.
It's not a montage. it's a memoriam. Like
Yeah.
Hi, Artemis. I see your butt.
she came dilly down.
No, so apparently it used to be able to be hired by Google by a web app called Hired by Google. That was 2017 to 2020. That a password checkup. Google Play Music, they killed that off recently, and that thing was 10 years old.
Saying that.
Yeah. Google Cloud Print, they killed that off this last year. I forget, it's no longer 2020.
Right.
Google Chrome apps, apparently they're killing off next year. They have stuff that they're killing off next year on this list. It's kind of amazing.
So the big question is, which of the major giant tech corporations do you think is going to fall first?
Oh, it's definitely going to be Facebook. Look at how low MySpace has gotten, and it's still alive. And Yahoo is riddled with insecurities. I mean, anyone who's in the IT industry is afraid to use them. So I honestly don't know who's going to die off first. I thought Yahoo was, but they made a comeback.
If we had to pick like a Reddit bet setup and we placed it on big tech, who would you pick?
Definitely Facebook.
To die or to win?
See, I don't think to die. I don't think Facebook would die out because Facebook has a lot of like backing, like Instagram. Instagram's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Like it still backs Facebook, and they got the WhatsApp app. Like that's not going anywhere. That's still going to back them. But if you look at Google,
it's so popular
right?
in other countries.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and Google's only really being carried by their search. Like if they weren't the number one in search right now, I don't think Google would be in first place.
Well, there's currently a case in Australia where Australia is going to kick Google out, and they're going to allow Bing to be number one.
How are they going to do that?
Apparently, there's like legislation going through there where they can legally block Google's search engine servers and won't allow anyone to use them. Kind of like what China does with their virtual firewall of China. Bless you.
Yeah, the firewall of China.
The firewall of China. Bless you. That's what it's called. It's called the firewall of China.
Bless you. Bless you.
Bless you.
You guys knew I had like 3 more in me. So why are we taking bets on who's gonna die first?
I don't know. It worked on GameStop. They're still alive, so
I never thought that GameStop would die this year. GameStop's gonna die eventually, but they're still making money, and I mean they're still around. People still need to buy consoles, and if they're not found at Best Buy, Target, Walmart, or Amazon, they're gonna go to other retailers like GameStop.
I've always wanted GameStop to pivot and start carrying more PC parts. Like, I think about it. If you need a high-end graphics card and you could go to GameStop to get it, people would.
That'd be perfect. Even if I have to deal with GameStop RMA, like I don't fucking care. It's better than dealing with the direct developer people for the hardware. Like I'm down for that. That sounds like a great idea.
Think about it. If you want to get an upgraded part, where are your options to get that?
Amazon.
Best Buy is only like cheap junk now.
Yeah.
You can't really get anything of quality from there. So it's like Amazon.
A small aisle. Yeah.
Yeah, Amazon, or you go to like one of these people's pages and buy it from them, kind
of. Micro Center or any other place equivalent to that. Like we have our own version of that here in San Antonio. It's called Altex. Thank you. I know there's a Micro Center in Houston. There's also another place that was a competitor.
But even Altex, like you can go and get basics there, but they're more like cables and other things than they are parts. Like yeah, you could go get either a Westinghouse solid state drive or a Samsung solid state drive. You know what I mean? Like they have just the top choices.
Yeah, but you can order through them.
Variety. Huh?
Like, you can order through them from the manufacturer, so there is a plus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can order, but some people look for like hey, I need a graphics card. Can we go to Best Buy right now on Sunday? And then they're not open because of the pandemic and like all this other crap. If GameStop would just pivot a little bit and carry those kind of parts, I think it would really help their business. I mean, they're going to have a massive cash inflow, hopefully, from all the publicity that they're getting right now from the whole Reddit bets system going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see some good of that come out of the other end of that.
Okay. I'd be down to see that. I'd like to see them do that. But shoot, did I switch the topic yet? I thought we were gonna talk about the tech lawsuit first.
Yeah, sorry, I got on a rampage. No, I just wanted to give a quick update that today it was announced that the guys from Louder with Crowder are going to be suing Facebook for their breach of Section 230 and their constant lying to Congress and the people of what they're doing and how they filter searches and manipulate searches.
And how they silence certain voices. Like some employees have gone on record saying that they have been instructed by their leadership to target certain types of posting, like more conservative views.
Oh, that sounds like bullshit.
So it's really going to open the door for the Section 230 argument. That's what they're really trying to do. So, I mean, they've been recording data for about a year now of everything Facebook's been doing. Not to mention, I mean, they've been attacked by Facebook and YouTube. Like on YouTube alone, they have over 5 million subscribers, right? So we're not talking some small channel. So that's why it's such a big deal that they're going to throw their full weight behind. And I mean, they got one of the best lawyers, Bill. He's like across YouTube, most people's go-to if they have tech censorship issues. So he's going to be handling it personally.
That seems like a really good legal team already.
Good for him.
They said they've developed a quarter of their budget to the lawsuit alone for the year.
Jesus, a quarter of their whole yearly budget? Hey, Extreme, what's up? Hey, Prez. Thanks for that lurk.
So,
Okay,
so Extreme, did you get in at a good part, at a bad part? Because hold the line for one, buddy. You have it now. You can't ever sell it. You have to hold on to it forever.
You have to hold on to it forever.
And two, I was gonna ask, have any of y'all bought into GameStop?
Not at the moment. I'm waiting for another dip before I buy into it. Before I buy into more. I mean, I'll even use my stimulus check to buy into it. Not even gonna lie.
Work there.
240 instead of the 180 it is now.
So Prez is like, buy.
You're keeping me employed.
So, have y'all been following the whole situation?
In it together as I go.
Oh, he's saying sell. No, we want to buy and hold.
Bankrupt this place.
Oh, okay. Fuck it. Burn it to the ground, boys. Let's go.
I'm trying to bankrupt you for years.
Hold on.
It didn't work.
Guys, I got this. GameStop needs to roll for initiative.
It's hilarious.
Right? Full-time streamer.
But yeah, so the big question is, like, y'all been following it? What are y'all's thoughts on it?
Wall Street. Like, that's all I gotta say about it.
Yeah.
To me, like, what I've pieced together, it's like, this is a system that you created so you could benefit. And now that the common man, right, which Robin Hood was meant to get the little guy a leg up, he, and now Robin Hood is at this like pivotal point too. The guy who started all this, that placed that Reddit post, and he pretty much sunk, I think, was it $200,000 into it? It's like what he was saving for his house. He cashed out at just like under 40 million.
Damn.
But that's why it's also going down the price right now, because all these big guys are cashing out.
Yeah.
I was just really glad to see these people come together in a forum of unity and show them that they can't keep doing this. Like, we do understand what's going on. We will bankrupt you if you keep doing crap like this. Power to the people.
Power to the people. Sorry, I was catching up on close-ups there.
It's been a really interesting scenario, but the downside is everybody's trying to figure out a way to recreate it. And the bad part is now they're wise to the con, right? So
Mhm.
what do you do now? So
I don't know.
yeah, that's that was like me. I didn't buy any GameStop. I
Mhm.
wish I would have when I was looking at it when it was about $30 a share. I had a chance to buy it. And I was like, I won't really make anything, but hey,
I'll be honest. I had like 3 or 4 shares, and I sold them over the summer because they dropped $2
never sell
total.
never sell your shares unless you're making like buku's profit. Like
Yeah.
straight up. What's the worst? You know, you already have it.
Mm-hmm.
Let it go out of business. You'll get paid out still in some way.
I didn't
But
realize that. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I at least got a tax deduction for the loss.
but that's the biggest thing is everybody's looking and some people are saying silver, which that's kind of just a scam. Nobody buys silver right now. Uh
But
that's
silver is going up in price, though. Like I saw
but
reports
that's
of it, and
also
it's looking good right now.
well, that's because the like channels like CNN are saying, go buy silver. So people are doing it. Like it's a distraction tactic, right?
Fucking
So
assholes.
don't buy silver, don't buy Dogecoin. It's all distraction. You gotta stay focused on the goal.
Oh, but they did
I,
announce that Dogecoin is next.
I have a
Oh,
question.
God.
Why is the White House watching the situation with GameStop? Like at what point does the government interfere with Wall Street?
I thought
So
they didn't.
this one's kind of a iffy situation. The only hard evidence or only hard information that we have right now as to why they would be was that I believe it was about 90% of donations for the 2020 election that came from Wall Street went to Joe Biden, which was a record set. He took more
Wow.
donations from Wall Street than any other president candidate before. So, as to
Yeah.
why it's benefits a lot of his backers for him to look into it, that'd be the only thing I could say. But also, it exposed the loopholes that a lot of people were using. So the question is, do we want a free market or do we want a regulated market?
Does Robinhood will they have any like litigation that's like coming up soon because they froze certain stocks, or was that legal?
So they didn't, you got to watch terminology when you're talking stocks. What they
Mhm.
did was they enforced a sell off. So they manipulated the price. The option they could have done was to freeze the stock. If they would have froze it, that means you can't sell or buy.
Mhm.
And that would have been the most legal means of doing it. But they froze. You're able to buy, but you were still able to sell, which would in turn make the price go down. So they were manipulating the price of the stock by doing that.
It
So yeah,
seems sketchy.
yeah, there's already a class action lawsuit against Robinhood, but that's the big question that everybody wants to know: is the government going to go after Robinhood, or are they going to side with Robinhood? And if they side with Robinhood, what happened on the 6th is going to happen again,
Mhm.
but with a lot more
Also,
people.
I'm also interested to see like the hedge fund for this. Like they had I had saw something about them filing for bankruptcy, and then I had saw something else about a bailout for them. Like
Mhm.
what's that about?
So I'm not sure about the bailout. What they haven't released a lot of details just yet, but so Citadel Capital was one of the main companies that would hit. Their subsidiaries were hit really hard.
Mhm.
So a lot of the big hedge funds, they it's kind of like a pyramid scheme more or less when you look at a lot of these hedge funds. Like you'll have one big group and it has 3 or 4 hedge funds under it, right? Well, when you trickle down, Robinhood was on that chart of Citadel properties that they own.
Oh fuck!
Oh my
So
god.
I'm so glad
for
I'm dropping
them,
them.
yeah, when they were losing, I think they were down 54% this year alone already on
Mhm.
revenue. So if you look at, do we lose $90 billion or do we deal with $100 million lawsuit? That was that was what a lot of people believe that their decision was.
Mm-hmm.
Do we
That
just
sounds
deal with
about
the
right.
lawsuits and pay everybody out on that? Or do we let them run this up to where we're losing over $100 billion?
Wow. That's crazy.
So,
It's unbelievable why they're making a movie about it now.
yeah. And then, so a lot of people are looking for what's going to be next. And like I said earlier, they're wise to the game now. So there's not going to be a next short squeeze, which that's what this is.
Mm.
So I don't know how much y'all know about short squeezes, but pretty much they said, so the hedge funds were gambling with the stocks, right? So they borrow, so it'd be like Norma borrowing a stock from Alan, use the stock,
Mhm.
and then when the stock goes out of business and they're paying out $4 for the stock, you give Alan his $4, or you give him his stock back that's worth $4, but you sold it at $6. So you sold it at $6, you bought it at $4, you pocket the $2,
Mhm.
right? That's what the hedge funds were doing.
It's
Well,
scary.
yeah, since the hedge
But
funds
with
already sold,
shorting though, it is like a high risk, high reward type of thing, right?
yeah, it was all a gamble, and they lost, and now they're mad. So, in turn, put all the stock up on the market, right? And they said they figured, hey, we'll sell the stock now, and then once the price drops off, we'll settle our debt, and we'll all be good. We'll pocket the extra cash. Well, the people on Wall Street Bets have been following this practice for about a year and a half now. So this was planned pretty well in advance. Like people were
Oh.
waiting for the right moment to pounce, and they all pounced at once, driving the stock up. So when that stock hit $3 a share, in order for hedge funds to settle their bets, because Alan's like, hey, my share's worth $300, not the $6. I want to cash out.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you got to buy it back for the $300 and give him back his share so he could sell it for $300. So now you just lost over $200 because you had to do this. And that's what the hedge funds were having to do. That's kind of the simplest way I know to explain it.
Yeah, fuck the hedge funds. It makes sense.
Wall Street.
Proud of
The
the
best
internet.
meme I saw about it was the one I posted in I think it was either the meme vault or the Naked Pod discussion, but it was just like, why do this? Because fuck them, that's why.
Yeah. And a lot of and so that's the biggest thing that everybody is saying. So when you get 3 million people, or if you get 2 million people, right? I think that's what they were saying. 2 million people. If 2 million people throw in $300, you can bankrupt a hedge fund. Like it's that easy. Like they can't compete with this. It's just like throwing bodies. It's
Grassroots movement.
yeah, it's like the 300. You know what I mean? Like Xerxes just keeps throwing bodies. Because eventually
Godzilla's
you'll
totally gonna win.
cave.
Like I'm Team Godzilla. Like
Anyone who thinks King Kong could beat Godzilla, you just come on, guy. Really?
what's your
Godzilla
Godzilla
argument,
opens
Scary?
his mouth, breath dead.
Talking about a guy though, NJ, you're gonna tell us about a sheriff, right?
Yeah, are we finished with the GameStop
I guess so. We transitioned. Yep.
transition? Okay. Well,
Sorry.
Godzilla, no one could compete. I agree. Well, apparently no one can compete or keep up with a wife, 2 fiancés, and a whole list of girlfriends. This police chief in Stinnett, Texas. I don't know.
Clinton?
Um,
Tintin.
Stinton, Texas. Yeah. But he was a police chief and he had a wife. He also had 2 fiancés, and one fiancé found out that he was married. So she posted on Facebook, coincidentally, like, you never knew what you're going to get. This guy's living a double, triple life. And it blew up. I mean, it's like small town gossip over the course of a couple different small towns all together. And one person ended up commenting, "Oh my gosh, this is my friend's boyfriend. He's on a trip. He's on a deployment right now. What are you talking about?" And all these women ended up piecing together how this guy just lied and manipulated to them every step of the way. So the main girl, Cicely, I don't remember her name. She ended up posting a fake annulment that he had given her as an explanation for the wife. So he had to resign from being a police chief, and then he was arrested for falsifying a government document.
Jesus.
How did he do it? Did he have a spreadsheet lined up to I don't know, keep track of what lies he told to one person? He told one girl he was in Oregon when he was in New Mexico with his one girlfriend, and then he told another one he was on deployment when he really was in this middle of nowhere ass town. It's crazy to me.
He had to have something in his Google spreadsheet. I mean, come on.
His Google spreadsheet. Ugh, I was really invested in that story over the course of a couple of days. Just
There was
based on
a-
her.
There was a show on Netflix, wasn't there?
Oh, it just happened. Is there a show already?
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Maybe
Jesus.
somebody made a fake ad then, because I thought there totally was one.
Oh, we need to talk about Jason. I saw that one.
Yes.
It was nuts to me.
Yes, scary it is. Also, how
I think Crazy gifted him that rack, right?
Mhm. He did.
Nice rack.
Thank you. Chicken, I
You know,
believe
it
it.
is like, because Texas towns, they're small towns. Even here in San Antonio, it's a small town. Everybody knows everybody. So I don't know if he just also kept them from posting on their social medias.
But
'Cause
does
it was
everyone call you
social
friend?
What?
What?
So that when they posted, somebody wouldn't recognize them. I don't know. That's just
Extreme.
how.
San Antonio is such a huge city. It's really spread out, but it's too small. There's always somebody that knows somebody
Mhm.
that knows the same person that you do, and all this travels back. I don't know what it is. Texas is massive, yes, but it's also made up of 5 big cities, and the rest are just small towns.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you live in San Antonio? No, I live in Converse. No, I live in Live Oak. No, I live in Elon Valley,
Sure.
Castle
Y'all live in
Hills,
San
Alma
Antonio.
Heights.
Oh my god.
Every zip code has its own little city.
Crazy. Anyway, I thought that was interesting to share, especially because just how he pulled it off, I don't know, and I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, already his career is over. I think he has illegitimate children too. On top of that, it's just, it's the most what in tarnation thing I've ever seen.
Where did he get the money for all of this, too?
That's my biggest thing. It's I can barely afford one.
Okay, so get this. One of the girls, her name's Christy. She posted messages upon messages between her and this guy, and somebody ended up raising money for her to get therapy. Turned around, used that money to bail his ass out of jail when he got arrested for falsifying a government document. I'm this. Why? This is why these guys are able to do this to you, because you turn around and bail them out. What
You
is
let
wrong
them do
with
this.
you?
Yeah.
She needed to go to
so-
therapy.
At that point, is she asking for it?
Oh my god,
That's
this is
Be taken
dumb.
advantage
She likes
of.
a bad boy. What can she say?
Yeah.
She's an idiot
bad
is
guy.
is what she could say.
She's a fucking idiot.
She needs a dog.
It just kind of it goes into this like sentiment of like you attract what you put out. So if you are
Mhm.
cheap, you will have many buyers. Like have some class and dignity, ladies. Like that first one, Cecilia, she had just like kicked his ass to the curb, put his ass on blast, and was like, "Peace, bye."
Bye, motherfucker.
Good for her.
I mean, Scary knows what's up.
He says he can barely handle his wife.
Shout out to Scary wife.
Scary
Scary
Nafta
her
loves
name.
you. Yeah. You see it right in the chat, right in the middle, right here.
Super excited for her to join book club, which
Mhm.
is February 19th, by the way.
Oh, which book are you reading?
Scythe.
Hey.
I started
Is
reading
Alan
the
gonna finish
Thunderhead.
this one? You
Alan
finished
finished
Scythe?
it.
You
Yeah,
finished the
I
book?
finished the book. Yes.
I cannot wait till February 19th.
I thought it was the 9th. Now it's the 19th.
Oh, Scary
yeah,
just
it's
ordered it.
Comes Wednesday. Yeah, boy.
Ooh, Chug Nubba, thank you for that
What?
that subscription with Prime. It's 2 months. What's up, bro? How you doing? Welcome,
I
welcome.
refuse to call you by your screen name. I will always be Ed Wizzle to me.
What's up, Chug Nubba?
Ed Dizzle.
Not Ed Wizzle. So yeah, that was a sad story about that former police chief.
I mean, why should he lose his job though? Just because he was getting some. I mean, was he good at his job at least?
His moral code and integrity
You're
are at work. If
skewed.
you're a police chief,
I mean,
I
we
might
have
have been
worked here in San Antonio.
hey, just chilling. Well, glad you were chilling, Chug. And thanks, Tim. Thank you for coming and stopping in.
Yeah, glad to see you here.
What's our next topic?
Our next topic is the case of Kalecia Pinky Williams.
Okay. So on another note in the news recently, Atlanta, this happened. This girl, her name is Kalecia Pinky Williams. Her mother or family allowed her to go to what they thought was a chaperoned event. She's a 16. Come on, Scary, have some respect.
Scary, please. Just bring it
She
down.
was
I couldn't
16
pronounce it.
and her friend was having a party in a hotel where a mom was supposed to be there to host like these young girls. Like it's a pandemic, and I guess they wanted to do something fun, and they were there unattended. Literally moments before this poor girl was shot to death, she was filming a TikTok video like any other 16-year-old girl would do. And then moments before that, somebody enters the room and then the video cuts off. So what's really crazy about this story is that like literally she started the TikTok video at 12:02 and then the coroner said that she died at least 20 minutes later. So like what happened in that 20 minutes? So there has been an arrest and they haven't released any names because the boy who shot her was also a minor. But he also is being charged with aggravated assault, reckless conduct, and possession of a pistol of someone under 18, which is against Georgia's law. So that's already being handled. But there are so many uncertainties about this case, and I really wanted to talk about it because it's important to know. Her body was moved from where it was originally shot. It got moved all the way down to the lobby. And they had said they moved her, the girls at this party who were there unattended had said, oh, well, we moved her because of the blood, but there was no blood in that spot. So there's some inconsistencies here. And the family is asking for more. Like, we need more justice here. We need more investigation. Yes, you got the guy who shot her, but there's more involved in this certain thing too. The family, her mom is actually pushing for the mother of the party to also be charged because she was supposed to be there, chaperoning, and this person was nowhere to be found. It was just a bunch of teenagers in a hotel room, and that is just like, it's okay, Scary. Don't worry about it. But you know, it's just like a recipe for disaster when you're gonna have teens in a hotel room. You know, like there's something crazy that's gonna happen. I've been in a hotel room around 18, 19 with a bunch of friends, and that was wild. Like I can only imagine if you're a little bit younger and you don't at least have a little bit of life experience behind you. It's just crazy. It's a crazy story, and I hope that they find more answers for Kalecia. She was known as Pinky, so I hope that, you know, she gets put to rest, but she also gets the justice that she deserves. So it's a case that I'm going to be following. I already have Google alerts set up to send me emails.
I think that's kind of, I don't know if what you would say about the mom that was supposed to be there. Like, I could say something after her. Like, I don't know how to punish her, but at the same time, does she deserve to, you know, have murder charges for that?
It would probably be closer to negligence charges.
Looks like Streamlabs just crashed, but we're back. Sorry about that. All right. Puzzled. Not puzzled. I'm sorry. NJ, you were saying?
Oh no, it was Puzzle brought up the point that her parents weren't even contacted.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. They didn't hear from the police. They heard from the morgue, right?
Yeah, 8 hours after the incident. So what is going on with the police here as well? Why were they not contacting the family? Was it potentially just because they didn't have any answers? Or is there some like sort of policy when it comes to something like this and they just ignored it?
I don't know.
Why did it take 8 hours for them to like notice their kid was missing also?
Well, she was supposed to be at an overnight party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was
That
like
makes more sense,
they're having a sleepover at this hotel, and the mom was supposed to be chaperoning, but it ended up being like a teenage party, and the parent was like, "Bye," you know, like dipped out. Which can go wrong on so many different levels. Like, I mean, I think my mom took liberties with me as a child or as a teen, and probably let us do some things that we probably shouldn't have done. So I can only imagine, like, thank God, like nothing terrible happened, so to speak.
I mean, I only locked my keys in my truck a couple times.
Anyway, so protect your kids, man. Make sure you're gonna go hang out with. It's just so sad.
Hide your wife, hide your kids. Alan's on the streets.
No,
Someone's
I'm
on the
not.
streets. I'm not.
Some
I
people
don't
have
leave
been
this
fun
house.
near streets,
Oh my God.
especially across the pond, where there was a lovely headline about the French just being French.
Fucking
Police
French.
broke up an orgy in a warehouse consisting of 82 people, giving out curfew fines and stuff like that. So they really know how to handle a pandemic, huh?
Fucking
Not only are we
French.
not going to socially distance, but we are going to swap bodily fluids on top of it. It's so gross.
But yeah, see, so that's like, I guess that draws the question: where do we call the line? You know what I mean? Like where do we allow people to be free human beings?
Yeah.
COVID-19.
Everybody from that orgy is going to be like, I got the
Oh.
COVID-19, guys.
Here's
It's
the
the new
best
strain.
part. This is not the first orgy that has been broken up. A few weeks ago,
okay.
an orgy in Belgium was an orgy of 56 was broken up by Belgian police.
56.
What's wrong? You know, quarantine has to do something to your brain after a while. You just start having all these like pent up sexual feelings, I guess, that you have to get out in an orgy.
Dionysius?
I guess
Dionysus.
it's a great form of civil disobedience. They can't make us unfuck each other.
So gross.
That's
How did they even find out about this mass orgy? Like, I mean, was there a Facebook page or?
They coordinated
LinkedIn.
on their Discord. I don't know.
Yeah, on a side note, did y'all see that Discord says they're going to start recording audio and stuff on Discord?
What? That's weird.
I sent it to you
Why?
the other day.
I didn't watch
To
it.
give you a better experience.
Speaking of Discord,
I don't know.
we don't have an orgy get together, but we do have a community game
porn
night.
No. This Friday, community game night, 7:30. B. There.
You don't have to wear clothes. It's okay. None of us are gonna be on video.
Yeah, you just have to be there.
We're always naked.
Yep. Speak about running a fun time. Hey. The Naked Podcast isn't just about fun times. It's about bringing light to shit that needs to be brought light to.
So Extreme Cooks tonight host community porn night. Submit all your suggestions to him. I'm just kidding.
Extreme.
Nobody send lewd stuff to Extreme. He's a nice person.
Yeah, don't do that. We'll ban you.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
Right,
never mind. Send them to him.
Oh, he will thoroughly review. Yes, please send them to him. It's at Extreme Cook. That's Extreme COOK.
Thoroughly.
It's for research.
For science.
That's messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess
right.
That's all the hard-hitting stuff, right? We can get talking about some TV shows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can. Let's talk about
Before we get
Wandavision.
into happy TV shows and news.
Happy True Friends.
Speaking of TV shows, we did just have a character from Saved by the Bell pass away.
Oh, yeah.
Saw that earlier.
Hey, did he get screeched? Yeah.
I think it was like stage 4
Stop.
cancer.
Keelan just punished you by bopping you.
Where's Prez emojis? Hold on. Let me find them.
I need the nut.
That's what I was
guys.
gonna say. I got an emoji for this.
I got the legendary nut emoji. That guy's actually really fun. By the way. Hold on. Let me go back and get his name. His full name.
Is us jerks.
Stubborn Juan is his name.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Thank you, Extreme. You're the best. I was wondering why I couldn't find it. I'm not. Official Millennials hasn't visited the channel yet. Anyway, so WandaVision.
I guess we can start with WandaVision. Have y'all watched episode 4 yet? Are y'all caught up?
Yeah, they're cut.
Spoilers ahead.
Okay. So far, would you have rather they did where maybe they've dropped 4 episodes of 4 episodes? Or do you think the weekly drop is a good idea for WandaVision?
I kind of divided it up a little bit.
Yeah, it gives us something to look forward to.
Yeah, I like it.
Especially since it's like sitcom themed and based. It's nice to have that nostalgia of having to wait that week for the show to come in.
So many people have watched it in chat, but they went back in episode 4, really filled in and gave some backstory to what's happening in the outside world during all of this.
Mm-hmm.
And not to get too hard on the spoilers, so we had some beginning theories about what was all going on. So they confirmed that Scarlet Witch is the one doing this. I was going to ask, do y'all think she's doing it on her own, or is somebody manipulating her into doing this?
So I mentioned this yesterday while we were watching episode 4. Major spoilers, guys, by the way, if you haven't seen, you've been warned. But remember each time the radio would go off and you would hear the other agent say, Wanda, who's doing this to you? I think she answers that through the commercial breaks because you see Hydra inspired commercials. What if Hydra's doing this to her?
Well, I've only seen one Hydra, one Stark. I mean,
That's true. I forgot about Stark.
I've heard people say that, but there was only one Hydra commercials. Like there was all the
There's been-
commercials more or less tied in, and she did have like she was created by Hydra, so
Mhm.
like to think about Hydra being involved and like if she's doing this all in her head, Hydra appearing would make kind of sense because they're the ones that gave her her powers in the first place.
Mhm. True.
What if it's like
So-
almost a fail safe for her? Like if her mind broke so much that she couldn't comprehend it, like what happened in
Well,
Endgame.
that was the next theory that I saw that I really like. So they said that she had a mental breakdown after seeing Vision die. She took his corpse, ran off, and started this, dream world of how their life would have been if none of that had happened.
But he's moving independently of her, though. Is that too much of a spoiler?
Well, I mean, she has magic and she reanimates his body with it. So
She puts the
along that
glamour
theory,
on him.
yeah, because they show him when he's still dead. Like they show the
Mhm.
one scene of him like that. But then
But-
there's also
Mhm.
they can say that all the people that are there, that they kind of more or less are self-aware. That's how they were like, oh, that girl's not from around here, because they're all a figment of her imagination. Like everybody there is.
That makes sense why when they're looking straight down at the town, there's no one really there.
Yeah.
They're in the multiverse. This is what
It makes makes sense why whenever Vision was talking to the neighbor, he was like, we're all here because it's almost like they couldn't like really remember like why they were there.
Yeah. So it's all a figment of her imagination. She's gonna blow it all up pretty soon.
Interesting. What about just hear me out here. What if my god, what's that girl's name? Black Panther's sister.
Darcy. Oh.
Shuri?
Shuri. Thank you, NJ. What if Shuri did complete a lot of the suit's brain reprogramming but didn't completely finish? So what if Wanda's testing him out to see if he's okay without actually using her magic? Because when she breaks the scene, he doesn't stop moving. He moves independently. That's what I was getting to.
Yeah, he's still talking but like, so was that a vision of her? Like, does she see the real world for a minute? Like, just a glimpse of it?
Mm-hmm. And Vision
Remains to be seen.
works. And that's why he has this medial job where he's doing all these programming, because it's Wanda making
He's
sure
trying to
that
figure
he
out
works.
he's trying to like figure out the last bit of the programming.
Mm-hmm.
That
I
could
mean,
make sense. Like,
Jarvis
I'm
is a pretty
really
advanced
curious
AI.
to see how it's going to head out, like which direction they're going to go with it.
I agree. Yeah, I wasn't too hopeful on the new Marvel universe after Endgame, but I'm actually a little excited now with WandaVision. Like there's some hope.
Yeah, with them making the pivot
Mm-hmm.
and getting away from Captain Marvel and going more towards Scarlet Witch as the center of the MCU, I'm more engaged because Captain Marvel and Brie Larson I didn't want to watch any of those movies that she was in.
I like Brie Larson.
She was what's her name from Scott Pilgrim?
Mm-hmm.
Envy.
There's Artemis.
Go away, Artemis.
Yeah, I don't see anything that Brie Larson does currently. Is like, did you see how bad her YouTube channel like bombed?
She had a YouTube channel.
I didn't even know about
Yeah,
it.
she
I
started a
didn't either.
YouTube channel and I think she petered out like at 1 million subscribers or something.
Is she
Yeah,
gonna
that's
be
still
like
pretty
another
successful.
Jennifer Lawrence, or like everybody was obsessed with her and then like just kind of like dropped off?
Well, that was the thing. Nobody was really obsessed with her. I mean, like Hollywood was obsessed with her because she was checking all the boxes. You know what I mean? Like she was the fad at that when she was Captain Marvel. But she
But
really didn't have
then-
the stick around power.
Well, and she offended a lot of people too within her like few
Very
months of like
quickly.
super famous-y when everybody was looking at her.
She
She-
felt forced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. The whole Captain Marvel movie felt forced.
You're gonna take this girl power and you're gonna like it.
Yeah, she didn't earn
I liked
anything.
it.
No, like, it was a
I
good
loved
movie.
Captain Marvel.
I
But
mean,
it was
It was
just
a good
her
movie.
story or her character development was too rapid.
I can see
okay.
that.
Let's
That's fair.
compare Captain Marvel to Wonder Woman because they're essentially like almost the same thing, right? Like great powers, they can fly, you know, what have you. And
Yeah, but at the same time, you see Wonder Woman train for her whole life to get to that point where Captain Marvel, a thing you blew up in front of her,
no,
and
not
now she's the best in the universe.
the
There you go.
characters, the movies that were released. Like Captain Marvel was supposed to be a Marvel's version of Wonder Woman, and it basically almost flopped because of Brie
Wonder
Larson.
Woman did too.
Yeah.
Because of DC though, in that
Yeah. Every
Yes, John.
current media was from The Boys. Yeah, best one. We talked about this too.
Girls get it done.
Yeah, like the whole girl power at the end of Endgame, I was just like, ugh. Like they don't even show the girls kicking ass. They just like come pose and then that's it. At least in The Boys, they show them like beating the fuck out of the guy, you know?
Yeah. The girl.
You mean what? Not Starlight.
yeah.
What's her name?
Then-
Storm. No,
Yeah,
that's not her name.
Stormfront.
Yeah.
The Nazi.
Stormfront. There you
Nazi
go.
front. We'll just call her Nazi
The
front.
that fucking Nazi.
Dude, I finally recognized where we recognize her from. Orange is the New Black.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen it. Oh, except
In
for
the
episodes.
last 2 seasons,
That's
she's
why.
the executive. Mhm.
Hmm.
She's the
Is she the
corporate.
same?
like,
I didn't think that was the
second
same person.
grade. Isn't it?
I don't think so.
The one that Caputo is all like.
Yeah.
up in? No, that's not her.
I think you're puzzled.
Puzzled.
Well, other than being puzzled, I think that's a good call to end the stream, guys. We have a stream recommendation from NJ with those 15,000 millennial bits. Thank you,
I'm
NJ.
only at 11,000. Gosh.
I don't know how many.
He's
I'm
playing
at.
a Zelda. Oh wait,
Who
is
is?
he? Oh yeah, he's playing this Lost Fables guy. I think he's playing. Yeah, he's playing Ocarina of Time.
Oh, badass! I wonder if it's emulator or OG64. Anyway, do you guys have anything to plug while I got y'all here?
Community game night this Friday. We're very excited. Saturday is D&D day with Puzzle Emmy on her channel, and then February 19th is book club. And then for Circle Jerks, I know that you guys don't have anybody this week, but next week you guys are doing Cage Matic.
No.
Whoop,
Yeah.
whoop.
Yeah, we might
Super
not be able to.
excited.
We might not have a circle of jerks. We do have a lot going on this week, and we might need that time to get other things ready.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since we have a private D&D game tomorrow, and then we have pretty much something going on every day this week. So I don't think y'all will miss us that much.
Yeah.
Catch
be a nice
NJ
break.
stream on Thursday at 8 o'clock. I'll be streaming a little bit earlier. Woo-woo.
Tell you what, I'll fill up for Circle of Jerks. I'll stream. I'll stream this Wednesday. I don't know what I'll stream, but I'll stream.
Sweet. Well, we can do a fan stream. So y'all let Peach know what y'all want him to stream.
Oh no.
Outward.
Outward. Yeah, he has it. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I do have it. I'll stream Outward.
Cage and
What if
Scary
that's
were
so
trying to like gently cyberbully you in Discord to play it.
Gently cyberbully. More like I saw what was going on. But I'll try it. Yeah,
Hey,
I'll
that's-
do it.
Cyberbullying's the new it.
It's the new it.
Just act
Daniel's
like
invented
Alan's a major
cyberbullying.
corporation.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Cyberbullying.
All right, guys. Thanks for being here.
Bye,
Good
guys.
night. Let's give some credit to our
Bye.
producer of the week.
Me, 'cause
Producer
I'm
this
awesome.
week. Oh shoot.
Yeah,
Do I have to
buddy.
Change it? No, that has your name. Thanks for being here, guys.
Bye.
This is an official Millennials production.